Right, let's add some featured content to your LinkedIn profile. Now, featured content is content that is highlighted on your profile that you really want people to see. So if I scroll down on this profile here, I can see there's 3 featured posts here. So we have a post and we have 2 articles. So we want to add this section to your profile. So we click on our wee drop down there and we go to our own profile. And up at the very top, we have that Add Profile section button. So if we click on that, we want to choose the recommended. So the next one down, we want to add featured. So right at the top there of the recommended section. So we click on that there. Now, this gives us the opportunity to add different types of featured content. So when we click on the plus button, you'll see what I mean. So we can add a post. So that is content you have already posted. We want to add that as a featured post to our profile. We can also do the same thing with an article, but you have to have already published the article. We can add a link and we can add media. So media might be a PDF or a Word document or something that you want to highlight there. But for this example, we're actually going to add a link. No, we're going to add 3 links. So what I want you to do is choose 3 links that you would like to send people to. So different pages on your website, different links. And what we're going to do is create some images or some thumbnails that look really nice when they sit in your profile. And what I've done is I've created these ones here over on CANVA. And if you have a look in the description of this video, I'll include a link so you can use these templates in your own design, in your own featured content. But if you click on one of these designs, what you'll find is if you go up to the left here and go File, View Settings, and make sure your rulers and guides are switched on, because what I've done is I've created these guides so you can see for each design these purple lines here at the top and the bottom. So what I want you to do is when you edit them, you can obviously change out the colors, the wording. You know, I've got my logo at the top there. You can delete that. You can put your own one in if you want. Obviously change the photo. You don't want a photo of me on there. But what I want you to do is stick with any sort of key elements in between these 2 purple lines. So unless someone clicks on it, they're only going to actually see that sort of small slice through the middle there. So what we want to do is make sure it looks nice. Let's just rearrange this slightly in between those guides there. Why is it not working? There we go. Just center those a little bit. That looks better. So now I'm going to download those as as PNG files. So I'm going to download all 3 of those, and then I'm going to make sure I unzip that folder. So obviously it has popped them all together in one folder. I'll unzip that. And now we're going to head back over to LinkedIn and we're going to create our first of 3 featured posts or featured pieces of content, but we're going to use links. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my first link. So I'm going to do a link which is how to work with me, which is this link here. So I'll copy that link from my website, come back to my featured section. I'll click on the plus button there and I'm going to add a link. And then I pop that link in there and I click on the right hand side, add. And what that'll do is it'll give me the link at the top, obviously. We'll have a title, a description, and a thumbnail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that title, and I've pre-written something, and I'm going to call it How to Work with Me. And then I've also written a description. Now with the description, you are limited to 500 characters, so it can't be super, super wordy. Pop that in there. And then lastly, I click on this pencil, and I'm going to upload that image. Now let's make sure we get the right one. How to Work with Me. That's the one that I want. Great. And now we click Save. So that is our first of 3 featured posts. And see how even though it is a square when we click on it, if we remove it like that, it still looks nice when it's cropped down. So the next link that I'm going to add is About Me. So I'm going to take my full website link. So this one I'm actually sending people to the home page. We'll come in here, we'll add the link, and we'll click on Add. And again, we're going to change out that title. I'll just copy that from here. And our description, oh, wrong one. and our thumbnail. So again, just make sure we have the right one. Perfect. And we'll save that. And then we'll add our last link. So this link I'm actually going to send people to the page on my website that has all of my freebies. So all of my free resources. So add a link, paste it in, click add, delete the title. Oh, actually, we could leave free resources and training. And we get the description. Again, remember you're limited to 500 characters. So make sure. Okay, so we're obviously way over there. So let's do some really quick editing. Okay, and then lastly, we want to add our last thumbnail image. And we can click save. So now we have 3 featured posts for our profile. The other thing we can do is we can change the order of them. Okay, so now we have our 3 featured posts for our profile. Let's go and have a look at what they look like. Okay, how cool does that look? We've got our tools and free guides, who am I, and how to work with me. Now, I don't love that order. I think the tools and free guides should be last. So I'm going to go back into edit. I'm going to click on this little wee up and down arrow here, and that's going to let me rearrange them. So I'm going to have who am I first, how to work with me, and then tools and free guides last. Cool. So I'm happy with that. Let's go back and have another look. Perfect. That looks really great. So use the templates. As I said, they'll be linked in the description of this video, but make sure you edit them for your own business with your own wording and have some fun with this featured content. But it's a cool way to just communicate some of your key messages and key information you want people to know.